Greetings, I am GoldenWing, and welcome back to episode 23 of Let's Play Space Engineers, where today we are not going to be playing around with rovers. I think we've had too much fun with that in the last couple of days. We'll get back to it maybe eventually at some point. But I would really like to start thinking about a large block ship. We built the Speedwell, which is a fantastic ship, and if I'm being fair, would easily handle everything we want it to do. But I think we can make something a little more interesting. So, might as well get started. First thing I'm gonna do is pop down a landing gear that doesn't look like that. Turn you around. Maybe. Possibly. Yeah, something like that. And let's grab a couple of blocks. I'll just get this off the ground a bit. Maybe 3 blocks off. And we'll toss a bit of a beacon on it. I'll let those nanites get started there. So, big ship. I've got some ideas as to how I want to do this. Sort of want to construct a central hallway corridor that will run the length of the ship, and will have kind of modules, as it were, sticking out to the left and to the right of this hallway. So let's grab a bit of a different color, just enough so that we can differentiate. You know me in colors, I'm not exactly that great. Let's try maybe bring it out like this. Now, there are a few things down on the ground here, so I don't use too much hydrogen. Want to incorporate. One of the things I want to incorporate is maintenance tunnels. I haven't used these before. They're pretty cool. They're sort of like the conveyor tubes, except you can walk through them. So they are conveyor tubes you can walk through, basically. There's a ton of choices here. Let me find the one I'm looking for. And airlock, separator, sorter. No, no, no. There's one that's just... maybe it's this one. Maintenance cube. That's what I wanted. Mergeless, no. Yeah, I think that's the one I wanted. Well, let's see. Yeah, that's what I want. Oh, that's exactly what I want. We're going to put a maintenance cube there. And turn off rotation, or it drives me nuts. We'll make this little subsection. I got 3 there. We'll make it like 5. This will just be kind of a slice out of the middle of the ship, if that makes sense. I want the maintenance tubes to be underneath the main hallway. And the reason I like using these is we'll want what is essentially these, the conveyor tubes, to be running the length of the ship so that we can, you know, wire in everything. But I sort of like these better. Think of Jeffries tubes in Star Trek, if you're not sure what I'm talking about. So that seems pretty good to me. Now let's say we had the floor on top of it. This would be essentially the floor of our hallway, with these maintenance tunnels running underneath it. I sort of want to round off the hallway. I'd like it 3 wide. So let's make this 5. Now, 3 wide seems to be a decent for windows. Something like this. What would this look like? We put these guys here. Okay. We had those cool half slabs that were added. I stick a half slab on top. Something like that. Okay. Kind of digging that. Now, I think how I want to do the top. Maybe just reverse it. I'll make this more complicated than it needs to be. Oops. So if we did something like this. Right? We should be able to put our windows say there, there. We'll want some sort of blocks running along the top. Let's just, for now, let's just toss this armor block here. Trying to think, we could just go full blocks across the top. What does this look like? If we did this. Not really digging the way that looks. That might not be bad. What about this? But I want to get this worked out because we'll replicate this pattern, see? and it'll kind of just work itself down the ship there. What about that? How bad does that look? It's not too bad. Even with the full block up there, that doesn't look too bad. Was going to put a window off the roof. But I wanted it to curve up and around. I don't know that I like that. We had you, right? Maybe that would look cool. Okay, let's give this a shot. We put another full block here, and this guy like so. And we get our fancy new half blocks. Where'd they go? How about that? That way we've got this sort of arched brace. Don't like the way that looks. Let's take these out. And let's do this over here, because I do sort of like the way this looks. We did you and you. 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 And then a half slab in between. Okay. That looks pretty cool. Now let's see. We just continued this over. I realize I was just talking about windows in the roof, but maybe not. Now how do we join it over here? Do we just do full blocks? Do something like that, I guess? That looks kind of silly. On the other hand, I'm gonna end up with so much extra plate in my inventory. Oh well. What if we stretched this out a little bit? We did this. We can let the curves come in at the bracing points. That's not bad. Sort of digging that. Still leave us room to add some lights in the ceiling. I think we've got lots of visibility. How does that leave us down here? And we've got tons of room under the floor. We can add gyros and all kinds of bits and pieces that we may need. And it'll be easy to tap these conduit, or the maintenance tubes into whatever we need there. Okay. That's pretty interesting. Let me stretch this out a little bit. I'm just going to take this pattern and replicate it 2 or 3 times over, and we'll see what that looks like. I'll be right back. So, replicated that pattern out a few times. Not bad. The understanding that, you know, we don't have the rest of the ship. This would sort of be like, you know, the main corridor running through the center of the ship. So you have to imagine that in the front, whichever end ends up being the front, we'd have a large bridge of some description. And then in the back, maybe the thrusters or a hangar bay, if that's what we're going to build. And then underneath it all runs this main maintenance tunnel. And we can put T-junctions off of this and sorters. And this will act as the these guys, as the conveyor tubes. We just will be able to walk through it. The other thing that I'm thinking about is that we'll have, and maybe we can play with it here, we'll have some of these sections that won't have windows in them. Say, they'll have, thinking doorways. So we did maybe something along these lines. I don't know how this is going to work with those half slabs. There's such a thing as a corner piece that would go in the middle of that? I don't know. Suppose they... Yeah, I don't think there's a half slab corner. Ooh, maybe there is. Hey, that looks neat. Do something along these lines. Those pieces would probably change, I guess. I wonder how we would do that. Maybe this guy. I'm gonna totally run out of space for it, but meh. The nanites will pick it up. They'd pick up my room. I need nanites in my real life. Nanites, clean the kitchen. Somebody tell me why Alexa can't do that yet. Nanites, cut the grass. That's a thing that needs to happen. You guys wanna... Thanks. That's... Well, I don't know. Looks okay from the outside, but... Not totally sold on that middle bit. At any rate, that's not too bad. And we can, extend this, oops, with actual full blocks, not whatever these things are. Then my intention here is that we'll have a kind of a long, pseudo-long, oops, module that'll stick out like this. And we'll be able to put, you know, a number of maybe refineries in here. Originally, I was thinking about trying to do these modules with merge blocks here, so that you could actually disconnect the module and move it. Or build another one. Or change which ship is carrying it. Not sure that I'm going to end up doing that. But So you'd walk down here and you'd have, like, you know, the refineries on one side. And then maybe a couple of corridors up, you'd have the assemblers. And maybe storage. It's not bad. Not real happy with how this is working itself in, but I think that's kind of minor right now. Yeah, something along this line I think is cool. Whoops. Come on, jetpack. There we go. Then what we can do is we can pop out this guy. And if memory serves, should be a maintenance cube. That's a, yeah, four-sided. Look at him. Yellow, yellow. What's that? Oh, I see. Okay, so four-sided but the wrong one. Plus shaped. That's got to be closer to what we're looking for. Yeah. Right, so we stick one of these in here. Right? Then we can take our standard maintenance cube. We can bring him out. Right? This sort of ends up being the spine, if you will, of our ship. Yeah, like this. That doesn't look too bad. And we'll easily be able to run through our maintenance tunnels and access any sort of undercarriage kind of stuff that we need to get done. It's not bad. I guess might want to work on what a proper intersection here would look like. So we took, where's my full blocks? There they are. Just pull these out a little bit. If we wanted the hallway to reach kind of an intersection, that is not just a module being attached. What that might look like. I feel like it should go here. That would make the lines match up real well. It's also going to make this kind of tight. So do we do it like this? And then stick these guys? Right? Suppose we could just bring it back around again. I guess that's why I wanted the, or was thinking to have the, just the modules stick out the side. Not sure I'm making any sense, but you know what I mean? You might have a long main hallway like this, and then a junction to that hallway that legitimately leads left and right. Could structure it that way. Or you could structure it like some freighter ships, where you just have a single long main hallway like this, and essentially storage modules or what have you that stick out to the left and to the right, and no main hallway running perpendicular to the first. That saves us from having to figure out how a essentially 3 or 5 wide main hallway reaches a 90-degree corner. But this is definitely something we'll want to work out. Let me go dump some of this extra nonsense that we've got. Don't need you on me. Drop like 100 of that. That'll help. You guys will have to let me know what you think about this. If you have any good ideas for it, that would be really cool. Could do, just for the time being. Let's have a little reactor. Nothing fancy. Like you. Yeah, that's good. We'll let them bring that up just enough so that we can add some lights and work on this. Speaking of lights. Corner lights, maybe? Oh, right. We can't add corner lights because they're half blocks. I didn't think about that. Well, that could be a problem. We definitely want lights in here. Okay, so new problem. How do we add lights to the ceiling if we have a half block ceiling? We could just add them to the floor. Maybe that's the trick. Do something like this. These extreme lights, these you wouldn't need that many. Grab some uranium, we'll get those powered up. And 10 will be more than enough. Just stick those in there. Let's turn our lights on. Hopefully. Yeah. Of course, they need to be turned up, but that's okay. We'll get to that. I like the way these arches look. The bracer arches. That's cool. Not real sold on this. I mean, this part looks okay. Up here, though, those 3 blocks, not real sold on those. Guess if I'm being fair, it's these that I don't really like. I don't know exactly what else to do about that. That's not bad, I guess. If you guys have any good ideas, you'll have to let me know. We can do it this way. then I feel like the center one needs to change to the 45 degree, and then that's not going to match up with the ceiling real well. Maybe that was the best solution. We're smart arguing over minutia at this point. We're just trying to get an idea. That's sort of the starting foundations there. Oh, I'm running out of power. We are also running out of time. Now, please let me know in the comments what you guys think of this. If you have any cool ideas there, let me know. This will definitely be the spine, as it were, of our large ship. So it's easiest to change it now. It'll be more difficult as we start adding on to it. We'll build a nice bridge in the front. I'm still thinking we might add a hangar that would be capable of... The lights on? Oh no, they're not, because I'm out of power. Might add a hangar that would be capable of putting the speed well in it. We're going to add some of those laser miners, so collecting resources won't be an issue. So essentially it will be just about everything our lunar base is, except, you know, bigger and more awesomer. That's a word now. That's not bad. It's not bad. Cool. Well, this has just been a first starter kind of sketch of a step here, but let me know what you guys think. We'll definitely be getting more into this as the time goes on here. Yeah. Cool. Have a good weekend. Thanks for tuning in. Have a good one.